Is there some kind of limited time when they're doing this?
They are offered pretty much the same time traditional courses are offered. And Michigan Virtual has gotten pretty flexible with, if you're running now a trimester schedule, they even have courses that run trimester. And there are also summer school classes that are available as well. So they're running all the time, and there are really two different types of classes, with the traditional class that runs the semester, but also Flex 90 classes, which students have 90 days to finish that course, and they kind of go at their own pace. I don't know, Scott, if you wanted to.
No, that's a good
add anything to
description.
that.
I think that one of the reasons that students are successful in these flex courses that John alluded to is that even though there's an embedded instructor there who's encouraging them, prodding them along, and has posted a pacing guide to keep them on track, if that student has a busy schedule, perhaps they're in the play or the musical, or they're on an athletic team, they have control over when they visit the course and when they complete their work. So very often the busiest time that we see our students active is in the evening or on the weekends. And they're doing that not because they have to, but because they choose to. It's a time when they want to be on the computer and they want to complete their work. And so it's really, you know, anytime, anywhere.
I think I might have heard you say that a little bit in there, but it sounds like there's three different styles of when it comes to teaching the courses, that the way they're offered, or so maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, the majority of the courses that we offer are what I described. We have over 140 courses that have instructors, the Michigan instructors I spoke to earlier, embedded in the course. And the majority of those are Flex 90, as John alluded to. Some other courses aren't as conducive to this flexible schedule. For example, an advanced placement course. I mean, there's a national curriculum published by the College Board that requires the students to be ready to take a test in May. And therefore, there's a hard end date in the sense that we need to prepare these kids for that rigorous exam. And so in order to make sure that all students are ready in May, you back that up until June, or back that up till September, and say, okay, here's the schedule we're going to be on. And they also then hold what I would call synchronous sessions. There are regular times during the week where students and teachers are online collectively at the same time communicating with one another. So the courses that have embedded teachers can be both flexible or more regimented. And then we do offer a small number of courses that do not have a teacher at all. The teacher is embedded into the computer program, and it's probably more like what some people fear or perceive online learning to be, where there's a computer and a kid and they're just interacting. But we do have a few of those, and there's a need for that as well.
All right. Well, it does. I mean, I think that's the perception a lot of folks probably do have. But it sounds like there might be mentors involved in the way the virtual school works. So maybe tell us about how that works.
Sure. The mentor's role really depends on probably the kid. Each kid needs a different type of mentoring. The biggest thing they do is probably prod the student along, and they're checking on the progress and saying, hey, I need to see where you're at. Sit down, let's go. Okay. They also help sign the kid up for the course. They help get the grades at the end and turn those into the counselor. And if the student is very highly motivated, they maybe see the kid two or three times per semester. If the student is not real self-motivated, they may see them every day and say, hey, where are you at? Come on, let's go. You need to get this going, so that we don't get to the end date and have a problem at that point. So that's really the role of the mentor.
All right. Maybe, John, you could tell us too about like some of the different kinds of courses, or maybe the more popular courses, I guess. What are you seeing in your school?
We're seeing everything from credit recovery, algebra, all the way up to an AP Spanish course. I wouldn't say that there's a real, at least in our building, there's not really one course that's more popular than other courses. As I talked about a little bit earlier, the Chinese is becoming really popular, so we see more and more students asking to sign up for that, because that's not a course we offer in our traditional day right now. But we have a little bit of everything: macroeconomics, microeconomics, AP art, I don't know, what you see as the most popular in the
Yeah,
state?
the world languages are very popular, and John mentioned Mandarin Chinese. That's met with much success. Many students enrolled in that. Japanese is a course we just began 2 years ago, and that's growing rapidly in popularity. Some of the elective courses, like forensic science, is very popular. Oceanography as an elective is very popular. 140 courses, we can do some very creative things,
Yes.
and we always partner whenever possible. This year, for example, we've just finished a course that will fulfill the fine arts requirement in the state of Michigan. It's called In Search of Cyrano, and we partnered with the Detroit Opera Theater and created a course around how to stage an opera, from the costumes to the acting to the staging, the lighting, everything that goes into the production. And another very exciting partnership is we partnered with the Baseball Hall of Fame, and we've created a course all around the mathematics of baseball. And it's designed to be a potential fourth-year course for a kid who just doesn't want to take calculus, but loves math and loves the various real-world applications. And it's much more than just figuring out their batting average or their ERA. It goes into velocity of the baseball and the different bats and why they don't use aluminum in professional baseball, and how what would the trajectory be of a ball to land in the upper deck of different stadiums. And so it's a fascinating course, and the Baseball Hall of Fame very generously opened up their entire set of archives to us. So we have video and audio and photographs and scorebooks from all of the baseball players you would know. It's just great.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. I just need to find out, how do people find out more about the university? If they're in Kent County, what do they do?
The first thing would be, if a student wanted to take a course, is check with their counselor and see if their school is accepting credit from Michigan Virtual. I don't know of any schools that I work with that aren't accepting credit from Michigan Virtual. If they're not, then they should probably call Scott and get hooked up. I don't know.
There's no reason that a school wouldn't. We're fully accredited by North Central, which is the accrediting agency that monitors the quality of all the districts in the state of Michigan. And we have a partnership relationship with over 500 districts in the state of Michigan. So John is absolutely right. If a young student is interested in an online course, they should go to their counselor and ask for more information. And if they want to do it in the summer or in the evening and just do it on their own, they can come directly to the virtual school website and receive more information there.
All right, last short question from Caitlin in Rockford. Do the universities and colleges recognize these classes?
Absolutely.
Good. All right, I want to thank you all for visiting and watching us today, and appreciate my guests coming in and joining me, talking about this exciting university and the education that's available. That's wonderful. And again, thank you for joining us today.